the, the burgeoning empire, Vay's burgeoning empire. Kane's Boardwalk Pizza and the Emporium and the Shirt Shack. It's the upstairs and the roof. There's the pizza place. The ice cream stand.
Do you guys want a cone or do you want a dish?
And here's where you order. You come around. Here's the downstairs seating area. And here's the shirt shack. And here we go upstairs. Here we are upstairs, looking from the balcony. Staircase we just came up. There's the seating. It's early in the morning, so there's not much seating traffic yet for lunch. There's Jane's Pizza front. Here's the area that Vay hopes to develop into the hamburger and chips special. And here's the balcony. We're seating on the balcony. You see, come out. We have beautiful closed-in roof for weather protection. And the roof. Here's the table arrangements. Seating to the right and to the left. All the way down to the end with a view up towards Mount Rushmore on one end and circling around the small cowboy town of Keystone towards the entrance of the town, just out of the bend. And shirt. There's a penny machine. The entrance to the Emporium. This idea is making a kind of training film to orientation film about the Emporium when I realized it is so loaded with so much amazing stuff that I wouldn't know where to begin to explain it. So Emily's been here for several years and she can help give some orientation. So here we go.
Sounds good. Alrighty, so this section is our element angels. You can find these upstairs for backup. I have them on the map, but we mainly have angels over here. In this case, though, we have some glass things. There's a key to get into this. That's up by the front register. It's called Fenton, a few of these things. Some of them are quite expensive, some aren't. It just depends. We might have boxes for these somewhere. It just depends on the item. So these are a little bit harder to figure out on, but yep. And then up here we just have more coasters and more like mom type things, towels and stuff like that, but there's a lot of signs relating to your mom or maybe your grandma we tend to have up here. So yes, over here
Next
we have just some china and teaware. Backups for these are actually right underneath, so don't worry about that. They're right there. And then I'll go here maybe. This is the fairy garden. Any backups for this are in the back room. They're not upstairs, but you can decorate it however you want. Pretty much here. All this is just, we just call it whatever, lotion, glassware. We don't have backups for any of this stuff, so don't worry too much about this shelf. There's more fairy gardens down there too.
This
is the camping section. I guess, well, not up here. We tend to do like seasonal things with this. So, I mean, right now it's dogs, but sometimes when it's close to Father's Day, we put Father's Day things or like Mother's Day things. But yeah, it can be whatever if you want to decorate it. Yes, and then this is just a like campground type thing, but it changes whenever you want to. So yes, most of this can be found in the back room. There'll be you just have to dig around. It changes where it's at, but
That's a good idea that changes because this is what people see first.
yes, yep. And then some of this backup for it is even underneath, back behind, but it just depends. Yeah, that stuff down there is, just some extra cutting boards. Alrighty, up here, this area is all barefoots. So if you look at one of these, if you get one of these on the bottom, it'll say a name on it and a price. It's good to like write down the name when you're paying for it or when you're writing down like the price and stuff because that helps you find it way easier because it's hard to describe a bear when there's a billion of them. So that's what we tend to like to do. And we just have a few up here too. These are, if they don't have a name, you'll just have to put the price, but it depends on the bear for sure.
Right, but so they're boxed upstairs with the name and the price on them.
So if it's a barefoot, like a nicer one like this one's a little higher quality and it will have the name. Like this one doesn't have a name. There's definitely a box for this. This one there might not be. But yeah, these are upstairs and it's on the map too. Yeah. So
okay, normally you leave this one and go get another one, but otherwise you give them this one.
Yes, if it's the last one, we'll give it to them. But yeah, we try to get another one so we don't have to
restock,
reorganize everything. Yep, and then there's ornaments for it too. These are all barefoot ornaments, and those are in the back room. The ornaments are because they're smaller. So smaller things are normally in the back room. These are new to me. So,
but there's again more bear things and more mugs.
And this mug is similar to like the South Dakota ones back there. And there's no box for it, but there'd be more downstairs here. Let's see here. Yes, this Bear Nativity, there's a box for that upstairs by the bear stuff again. It's labeled up there. So yeah, it'll be priced probably just once. I don't know which one it's on here. Might be on her. Oh, no, it's on.
It's a whole set.
Yeah, it is, but it should be on one of them. Oh, here it is. But yeah, it'd be on one, and it would say something like 8 pieces, and you have to make sure there's all 8. But yes, and there's a... So this is one, and that's one too. And there's boxes for both of those. Yep.
Eagles and owls.
Yeah, those are... I would just not worry about those and sell them and wrap them up. I don't know that there's more. And then this here is a plush animal, we call it. And when we... Sorry, I can't get this open. Write these down, we like to put the name too, so it says Sullivan is his name, and that's the price. So when you go look for, these are upstairs, any animal, like this animal, this one, any of them that are like soft like this, there's a box that'll say its name, and then that price, which really helps. If you forget the name, it's fine, you can still find it, but that helps too. So yeah, just more, pretty much animals here. Mugs again are in the back room, so more animals.
That's what I like it. There's more organization than it first appears.
Yeah, there is. And then, yes, America stuff, all this.
So much stuff.
And actually, so most of it, these houses are actually upstairs. I forget that sometimes. These are upstairs. I put them on the map, though, too. So you can find boxes for them. There probably aren't any more, but there might be. There should be boxes, though. Yes,
There's so much detail here.
there is.
I see this. You recognize?
Everything is in the back. Well, this glassware is somewhat expensive. There's boxes for these upstairs too, all of this glassware. I put that on the map that it'd just be like glass containers pretty much.
Okay, glass containers.
Yep, and there's extra flowers upstairs too. So if someone just wants flowers, there might be prices. If not, you just have to ask Gervais about it, but yeah.
Okay.
And then in here, these are called snow babies, and a lot of people collect them. We have boxes for all of these upstairs. I put that on the map too. So there aren't any more down here, but a lot of people like them. And then this is a nativity, one of the nativity scenes. We have more in the back, Christmas room, but there's a box for this upstairs too. I labeled that where nativity scenes are, and just more Christmassy stuff. Sometimes there's a box, sometimes there's not. You just have to check upstairs, and if not, you can just wrap it up normally, is what we do. But yeah. All these ornaments, more Christmas stuff. You can find these in the back room here, downstairs, so you don't go upstairs for these. There's extras. They're all just Black Hills-ish. And some of these actually, it depends on the ornament. Some of them are right down here. And you can find back up here. There's a bunch of all these boxes. So it depends on the ornament. You can find it here or in the back room. Yep. And then all of these are just like placemats, you'd call them, I guess, with the presidents and stuff. The stickers are new, but more of these are just underneath. You'll see them back there. And yeah, the rest of it.
See hats here and.
Yeah, hats. There's more hats.
Let's shut the box.
This is just a game, like a little board game with dice. So there's probably not more of these anywhere. Everything else is just out. Yep, just some mugs. Mainly like this is just the Black Hills area, I guess. Postcards, 4 for $1. It says on there. And then there's magnets on here. A bunch of those. Sometimes people ask for koozies.
This is just what you have, or there's also
more. I'll show you that.
Somewhere.
Yep, because then we have these too. There's like
keychains,
keychains. Yep, and we have more down here, right down here actually. All the backup for this is in here. All the magnets, all the keychains right in
Okay,
there.
they're labeled. That's good.
Yep, so you can find them pretty easily.
Right.
And then same for this stuff. I'll come back to that. All this is just Black Hills mugs, shot glasses, all of it here. And everything for this too will be in here. If we have it. We probably don't have any. In here there's shot glasses. But if there's a mug, it'd be in one of these.
Okay.
For sure. So. And then these are also just more glass containers that you could find upstairs. Yeah, those I wouldn't have to worry about. These are new, so that's Reve. I don't know about these.
Okay.
Probably upstairs. I'm assuming he put them. I don't know.
You're up there with the buffaloes.
With the buffaloes? Okay.
Okay.
So that's okay. Yes. So they're upstairs.
Magnets are self-evident. Okay.
Yes. Those would be in the back or whatever. Oh gosh, these signs are all out, but this is just more family-related stuff. I would just call them pretty much all signs, and I wouldn't worry about those too much. I don't think that there's much back here. I have some taffy. If we have any extra taffy, it'd be in the back room, probably on a top shelf somewhere. Yes, these are all new to me too. So sometimes we have food here. I don't know if we're gonna have any yet or not, but yes, it's all out right now. Yep. So I wouldn't be too worried about any of this.
Okay.
The shirts are not me.
Right.
We could go. Do you want to
Let
go?
me stop. I was just holding it and stop being a video.
Okay.
Yeah.
All this is pretty much all out, except for these ornaments here are again in the back room. The back room has a lot of ornaments, so if you sell an ornament, it's probably there.
Hey, this is really 4th of July stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And then this is upstairs with like wind chimes. It has little bells on it, so it's kind of like a wind chime. But everything else is. I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, the wind chime here. This would be upstairs to find that with the wind chimes where I labeled that too. All these animals, you could just wrap
Great
up.
animals, wow.
There's a lot, I know. If it's smaller, it probably doesn't have a box. So, but I can't be specific on this. Let's see. Here, these have a box upstairs. I think they're labeled like jug or something. I put them like with glass containers because they're kind of glass. There's a bunch of different colors with it, but it'll be priced and somewhat obvious. And then pine cone stuff here. That's a big thing too. People like pine cones. So like every pine cone thing in this and those up there, all those. This up here too. I labeled, there's like a pine cone section upstairs that you'll find everything. It's kind of wrapped in bubble wrap upstairs, which is nice for people. They like that. So,
It's a better chance of getting home in one piece.
yeah, for sure. So there's a little bit of that up there. These are just things that have been here for a while, more than likely.
Then we have more bears and Christmas trees and more mugs. And
Yep, those would be fine though. And then purses here. There's a bunch. There's some more in the Christmas room actually. I'll have to show you where that is. But there's a drawer in the Christmas room where they're all full of extra purses, if we have any.
you have mats here.
Yeah, these would all just be right here. So these mats are, you could table runners, you might call them. If people don't know what it's called, I would write table runner normally. And then this is Betty Boop.
One of my favorite characters in the whole world.
Yeah, so a lot of her stuff is upstairs if we have any. We tend to be running out, but I labeled that upstairs too. So if there's anything extra.
And I had to stop this.
This is our Elvis section. Up here, we don't. This isn't Elvis related, but these are gnomes. We call them like the mechanic biker gnomes. There's boxes for these upstairs by the plush animals, actually. So if you find those up there. And then, yeah, all the Elvis stuff. There's boxes for some of these bigger mugs, but if it's a smaller thing, there's definitely not a box. I labeled where these are upstairs too. And then all these little shot glasses, if we have more, they'd also be in the back room, like most small things are. And then we just have, a few signs here and there, but not worried about those.
And Marilyn.
Yep, Marilyn Monroe, same thing. Her mugs, if there's an extra one, they're with the Elvis mugs upstairs too. All those would be. And yeah, we have some ornaments too. Those would either be in the back with ornaments. Yeah, they're definitely in the back. So, with all the other ones.
And this is new.
Those are new, yes. I'm assuming those are all out. Some birdhouses. Yes. And then John Wayne, some Western stuff here. We got Willie Nelson, and I don't know, we used to have a different one, but no. Anyways, all these mugs are upstairs too. I labeled those. They're kind of close to the Marilyn and Elvis ones, so like kind of a nostalgia section up there. And the magnets too. Those are with the magnets, like in the back room, so like smaller things are. More plush, so the names on those there'll be names again. More Western stuff. So most of the time we don't have more of this, but if there is, there's kind of a Western section upstairs. I labeled that on the map too. We have a lot of salt and pepper shakers that people like. If we have more, they're in the back room actually, above like wine towels. You'll see them there. And then we have a Native American section with a lot of dolls, smaller dolls. Most of these dolls actually, there's a box right underneath. So people tend to just come up with the box, but if they don't, you can give them one. The larger ones, there should be a box for them upstairs by the plush animals too. People like those wrapped up. And this is very old. I actually don't know where the box for that is, so you might just have to wrap that one up. But yes, there's a lot of stuff. This is a nativity, the Native American nativity. So that would be with the Christmas stuff, actually. A box for this would be with Christmas, since it doesn't look Christmassy, but it is. Yeah, this is all the same. So yeah, some old like dream catchers. And there's stuff way up there too that people kind of ask about sometimes. Some skulls and a drum and arrow. Yep, just older things. I don't know a lot about the history.
I didn't notice all of this stuff.
Yeah, I know. We have to get up top too. There's so much. Anyways, more dream catchers. Some colorful ones here. This is new to me. Yeah. I don't know where we want to go next in here.
How about the counters before we go to the next one?
Yeah, we didn't do the middle either. Keep it going. There's more American stuff here. So a lot of hats. There's extras for these kind of over there underneath the Black Hills stuff. So all of this is pretty much all out. We have a little glass cutting board here, and sometimes we have extra cardboard for that in the back just to wrap it up because they'll break pretty easily. Yeah, otherwise this should be all out here. And then Coca-Cola section, we have lots of puzzles and games, but they're all out here. And
display.
We've got some games, lots of napkins and straws. There's a section for Coca-Cola stuff upstairs too. I labeled that on the map. So.
Wow, Coca-Cola has a big place here.
Yes, it is. More ornaments. Those are in the back with the rest of them. Yeah. And magnets and stuff. There's a lot of Coke. This is new to me. I'm sure it's all there.
Personalized nameplates.
I'm sure these are all out too. Actually, there might be some under here. I think I saw them the other day, but this is new. So yeah, just ankle bracelets, anklets, and normal bracelets. Yeah. These are cool. Just some, I guess, ornaments, you could say. These are new though to me too. All this is new to me. I'm sure this is all out though, so I wouldn't be worried about it too much. I don't know. There's lace down here. Some people do come in and ask for like nice lace, and we have quite a bit down here. So different colors and things like that. If people want it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of a kids section over here. Got a lot of play dinosaurs for little kids, that kind of thing, and bigger ones. And then playing cards that are more childish. And yeah, these would be extras for these would be in the back room also. Alrighty.
Yeah, your hat's self-evident.
Yeah, the hats will all be extras would just be down on the bottom anyways, if there were any, but not right now. How are there?
Just find all this necklaces, jewelry.
Yep.
In
All
these
necklaces and
cases.
jewelry. And it's all it would all either be underneath right out here or it
Right.
would be it'd all be up in this area. So
Okay, so these are good. So these ones are all here.
easy to find, yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
Shirts are obvious.
Yeah, and there's some birthday cards here,
Ah.
or wedding cards, or like grief ones. They're pretty funny. People like to laugh at them. So, and then more signs up here. Like these big ones you can find upstairs. I labeled a section like family or religious or like blessed signs. There's a lot of those upstairs, so I just have a section labeled that, if that helps. But there's a bunch all over the ceiling, I know.
There's endless corners in this store.
Yeah.
I can't.
There's a lot. Then we have some like biker hats here. These goggles, if we have more, they're down here actually, right
Okay,
behind.
right. And
Yep.
there's also some other funny hats over here. That biker hats is a good description.
That's what people wear them for normally, I guess. Yeah. And if there's more of these, they're in this closet back there. That one, the John Wayne closet, I would call it.
Oh,
Which
I've
is
never
kind of
been
a
in
weird
there.
spot. Yeah, I want to look in there. It's kind of gross.
I never noticed it even.
It's the vacuums in
alright.
there too, by the way.
So
And
there's belts
There's a
and-
ladder normally.
I
Some
didn't know.
signs. It's kind of just whatever we.
Storeroom.
A storage room. Yes.
John Wayne
Yeah,
storeroom.
more shirts. These are lazy ones, we call these.
Oh.
So just like a sleeper thing. We tend to, so we have some of these in like a plastic bag. So if there's an extra one, we like to give them the plastic one, so they don't have to. They just like wrapped up.
So they wrap.
Yep. Yes. These signs, the metal signs, are all $12.99. They're not priced actually, like on the physical thing, but we just have this here. So if you don't know, you can then know they're here at least. More shirts, yes.
So they're priced, and these are also.
Yep, same thing over here. Yep, $12.99. And then boxes here. This is from Lazy Ones too. So we like to just make sure we write the size because that helps, obviously, to come back and get it. Yeah, more jewelry, but that's all here. There's a lot of rings. Sometimes we have extra rings underneath here to, like when this gets low, we come back, but to replace it, but it's not like an everyday occurrence. Some lotion. Some of this jewelry is,
Looks
some
like
of
it's
it is
Native
handmade.
American.
Some of it isn't, though. It might look like it, but I don't know. Ginger snaps there. Some people will ask for them. But
What's a
they're
ginger snap?
right here. So these, you can put them in like a bracelet. I don't know that we even have any. You can just snap all those pieces into a different bracelet, though. So people might come in with a bracelet to buy those. And, Yes, and you can pull that whole thing out. Oh goodness. More really old jewelry. So there's no more of that. It's like the ends of what we have. Yep. Lots
Signs
of jewelry.
and cards.
And then wine stuff. So we have a lot of wine related coasters or like napkins and towels. Those are in the back room too. There's a whole wine section. It's pretty obvious in there. More coasters, but these would either be in the back, kind of by those too, by the other coasters. So back room. Yeah, these are all out, just kind of springy stuff. What's up there? Those are very old. Those have been here longer than I've been alive, probably. But yes, lots of cool signs. Some wallets. We call this the Breezeway, this room.
The breezeway?
Yes, we call it the Breezeway.
And how does that? What is that? How to get its name?
It kind kind of. I don't know, the windows. There's a lot of windows, so
Oh.
it feels like a breezeway about like a house in a sense. But we have lots of towels. It's kind of like a kitchen section in this area. There's towels and cookbooks and stuff like that if people ask for them. And then like these cool lamps too are kind of hidden throughout the store. I put there's boxes for these upstairs actually. I put that on the map too. So there's lots of lamps.
Would they be called like Tiffany lamps?
Yeah, they're like a knockoff, but yes. And then there's more kitchen stuff, cutting boards, all this kind of colored glass. We call this jade. This color is jade. We have this glass upstairs. I called this section like colored glass area, but it's labeled pretty well, like it'd be a whatever cookie jar, whatever you want to call those. So yeah, more signs. And then we have another camping section back here. Yes, lots of towels and cutting boards and stuff. If there's more, we actually put it down underneath over here, this kitchen stuff, or it would be in the back room. None of this is upstairs, so no worries there. Yeah, most of that is all out here, just more springy, like bird type things or camping still. Over here we have kind of like bee related stuff. So there's a theme to that. Lots of bee things, and most of that would be all out. And then here we have gnomes, a lot of gnomes or birds or fairies, stuff like that. Yeah, just kind of springy again. Gnomes are probably all out. Birds, we have a whole lot of birds in the back room. There's a section right when you walk in and turn to the right. There's a bunch of birds. So you just got to find the price and the color you're looking for. Yes, a lot of birds here, aren't there?
Gnomes and fairies.
Yes, and there's more birds over here even, and signs of birds.
Yeah.
Lots of birds. Yes, and if it's a bigger sign, it might be upstairs in that like family religious section, and otherwise I just wouldn't worry about it. Nice. Yeah, a little birdhouse. And here we got some sloths, more plush animals. And these turtle bobbleheads. These would probably be in the back room. I like this. Everything else is pretty much just would all be out here. We have some llama things like too. Then we have some more colored glass, a few, like this red glass here. Or we have this blue glass. We're kind of running low on it, or this green one. That would all be up with that jade glass that I talked about earlier. So there's colored glass sections up there. We have some frogs. Lots of frogs. If there's more, they're in the back room again. Because there's a smaller thing. We don't want to take up too much room. These are actually upstairs, these weird doll-looking things. They're kind of freaky. Yes, but they're upstairs by the barefoot bears on that map. There's a box for them, actually. So if someone comes up with those, there is a box, surprisingly. Yeah, they're kind of weird. And then, yeah, lots more glass. There's just any glass anywhere. We call this like a rooster section because there's a lot of roosters. Chickens, I don't know what you want to call it. It's kind of like a farm back here. Because you have the pigs and the frogs, not frogs, pigs and cows and chickens and everything. Yep, those are all out pretty much. Yeah, all the plush. And then a little lemon-y type section here too. Oh goodness, Christmas.
But that's at least the easiest to define.
I guess. Yeah, it's pretty much just on Christmas. But I don't know that there's sections. There are kind of these ornaments for Christmas.
And most of this stuff is here, or there's also stocked upstairs?
There is some upstairs, and I labeled that. There's a whole Christmas section upstairs, and I labeled that. Most of it's nativities, but there are some bigger things. So lots of ornaments. Those are in the back room again, with all the other ornaments. But sometimes it's hard to find because this is really old. We might not have one, so I wouldn't. Yeah. But some of them will be labeled, like it might say, I don't know, gambler Christmas ornament. I don't know, but because there's a guy gambling. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, all this. There could be a box for these because they're bigger. It'd be upstairs though. If it's bigger, it's definitely upstairs. So yeah, all that. Same thing. Lots of Christmas. The blue corner.
The what corner?
It's blue.
Okay.
I don't know.
And you can see
And then I was talking about earlier those bags. You know what I was talking about? The Myra purses are in here. So there's some backpacks in here. All these drawers are like full of wallets and bags and stuff.
Okay.
Or shirts. And these ones, there's extra like shirts back here too.
So then they're labor.
And they're like, okay, yeah, these are dog or cat ornaments, more Christmassy though. We have, yeah. And then the Halloween section, more ornaments here. But pretty much all the Halloween stuff is underneath here. Pretty much all of it.
Stock.
All the stock is underneath. Yep. Yeah, everything I see here.
There's more Halloween over here.
And then Thanksgiving. Yep.
Oh, this is Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yep. So even this stuff will be down here, Thanksgiving. Yep. So and more Halloween, lots of Halloween and Thanksgiving. And there's more like even placemats or whatever you want to call them back here, but they're all out.
Placemat.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay, yeah, these are dog or cat ornaments, more Christmassy though. We have, yeah. And then the Halloween section, more ornaments here. But pretty much all the Halloween stuff is underneath here. Pretty much all of it.
Stock.
All the stock is underneath. Yep. Yeah, everything I see here.
There's more Halloween over here.
And then Thanksgiving. Yep.
Oh, this is Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yep. So even this stuff will be down here, Thanksgiving. Yep. So and more Halloween, lots of Halloween and Thanksgiving. And there's more like even placemats or whatever you want to call them back here, but they're all out.
Placemat.
Yeah.
Yes,
this is like arrowheads or buffalo teeth, and to get in here you just have to go around back and pull it open, but we have like little baggies we like to put everything in just to keep it together. They're back there too, and that helps sometimes. But yeah, I forget about that stuff. Oh goodness, over here or in here? This is a lot of older, more antique-y things that have been here for a while. If there's a box, I don't know where it's at, so you'll just have to look around because it's so old. Call K for that. Call K. Over here we have like some dragon fairy girls. There's boxes for these actually upstairs. I labeled it where they're at too. I think I labeled it dragons on the map. So
why dragons? They look like fairies.
Because there's more.
Oh, they're with dragons. The dragon tamers.
Yes. There used to be
the
more
woman
dragons.
is dragon tamer.
Yeah, for some reason. And then yeah, there's this Santa biker. We have a box for him upstairs too. Yeah, there's a lot of biker type things in this corner. Kind of our Sturgis-y corner. And ornaments, those are all out here. More signs. Oh, there's a lot.
That's a nice name, the Sturgis-y corner.
I don't know, that's what I call it. Probably not everybody else. And then more Myra bags.
Well, there's a lot of bags here. Okay.
Yes, a lot. But yeah, you can find those back there in that drawer that I showed earlier. Yeah, there's every size, shape. Here. More cards. We used to have a lot of these. I don't know, it's just like a glass. Yeah, it could be. You could put whatever you want in it, I guess. They're pretty big. But yeah, it's like a little glass dome thing on it. That they made them here for quite a while, like in a warehouse nearby when they were really popular. So they're kind of cool. Yes, more bags. These ones are called Prairie something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're a different brand. But with the purses, you always want to write like the number on them because that helps finding it like before, like the price and then the number for any purse, like even these ones too. That definitely helps you have to find it and you have to go
in the drawers over there.
Yes.
Dolls.
Dolls. There's boxes for dolls upstairs too by like the plush animals again because it's kind of animal-esque. And cat section here, lots of cats. Pretty much all just out here. And the dog section again. Yep. And more dogs. And yeah, we have a lot of these everywhere. We might even have more, so if you like know the type of dog, You could write it down. If you don't know, it's okay, because I don't know sometimes. There might be.
So where would more be? Upstairs?
We'd have to make them, actually, so that'd be a question for Kay, probably, but it depends on if there even is one. I don't know. Yes. This is like a little baby section for gifts for like little kids. Yeah, lots of plush animals there. And sometimes we have like backup down here for this. But these are upstairs with the other plush animals or stuffed animals, I guess. Yes. And yeah, that's new.
Voodoo.
Voodoo dolls. That is new to me.
Shirt. There's a penny machine. The entrance to the Emporium.
Ready?
Now this is the real challenging part. A tour of the storage area upstairs in which we're trying to, Emily will help us to know where things are.
Alrighty, here we go. So first off, these are all the snow baby boxes. So those were downstairs in one of the cases I talked about.
Okay.
But there's a box for every single one. They're labeled pretty well. So those are all snow babies. And then further over, you can see on these, we have boxes for some of those gnomes that we have downstairs, mechanic, the biker ones. There's female, there's male. Most of these are empty, but you could put one of those into a box if people want it. And then up above here, we have a few chimes. We'll have more someday, but if you sell a chime, it's easier to take the box than the actual chime itself. And then just some lamps that might be downstairs, just boxes for bigger lamps that we have. Over here, there's a few more chimes. So like the tree-shaped chimes, we have them already boxed up, which is nice, so we don't have to do that again. These are just empty things. The really important part is all of the stuffed animals here. So they're categorized in like by alphabetical order, and then also by price. So like the cheaper ones will be on top, and then it goes to $8.99, $13.50 all the way down. But all of them are up here by name. So that's why it helps to write the name when you...
So this row becomes easy to find things.
For sure. This is the nicest one. I love this one. This is just extra containers and stuff if you need something, but you don't really ever. And then there's a few boxes for... These are the Native American dolls, so that we might have extra. They're heavy, so yep, there's a few extra here. Yes. Okay. Yes, these are boxes for some of the dolls we have downstairs. They're in the back room, kind of by those dogs, where those dolls are. So if you need a box for it, or for anything really. Then we have angel type things. So these would all be in the front by the angels. All these boxes are labeled with like the name that's on the bottom of it and the price. So that's important to write when you're doing that, to remember. But you could always come and get someone a box that's full instead of wrapping it up if you want to. But yeah, we have every
this angel neck one.
and
So remember the price and the name will help you identify the object.
Yes, for sure. And we kind of have them together by price. We did at one point. But yes, same thing. I'm going to turn that off. All right, here we have John Deere stuff. So if you sell any like shot glasses or things like that, they're up here. And then we even have just extra trays. You wouldn't ever probably need to grab this, but you never know. And then some little pots. They have like little birds on them. Those are in the breezeway, kind of a springy thing, but we have them in a box too. I'll go over here then. Here is where I talked about all the extra flowers and things like that. They're up here. If we have a price on them, like this says $12.99, but it could change. And then the like fairy dragon lady boxes are up here too. So they have very specific prices, which helps you find them for all those. And sometimes we have frogs up here, so if we added in frogs, we tend to put them up in this area. But we don't have any right now. Here we have boxes for some older dogs that we have. So they're all empty probably. But these are downstairs by the dogs. They'll be like labeled what their name is. But if someone wants a box, they'll normally ask you. Or even they kind of look, some of them are like this. We have boxes for that kind of thing up here. And then, yeah, bigger ones too. Like if there's way bigger dogs that might even be sitting or something, we have those up here. And then for the fairy garden, I talked about the houses being up here.
The bigger houses.
The bigger houses, yep. And just a few other springy things. Anything that's in the breezeway again. And then we have some of those big white vases that were in that front case.
Front to the right of the store.
To the right, yes. There's some vases here that might be in a box, or the marble-looking ones. There's boxes for all the vases. And then different crosses too. So we have.
Are there replacements, or are they empty? These are empty boxes.
It depends on. These have replacements. They're heavier. Yep. So some of them will. You just have to check. And then lots of crosses up here. Just different kinds. Sometimes we have a box for a cross, and sometimes we don't. I just always come and check just in case. Yes. And then yeah, it looks like we have a sunflower like hanger thing up here too. But
this is the theme of the store in some way. God bless our family cross.
Definitely. Alrighty, good there. Move over here. A lot of the things that go outside, like this spinner, like over here we had that sunflower, but yeah, like this flag could go outside. Any signs, we have a lot of those here. Yeah, and then more here. These are just those spinner things or USA things. And then up here we have small chimes. So if you sell a really tiny chime, like the owls or the dogs or the crosses, they're here too. So yeah, really small boxes. But they're categorized again like by order from cheapest to most expensive. And then we have a few more here, like those jugs that were downstairs. If you sell a glass container, it's probably somewhere in this whole aisle. So, yep, and just older glass containers that we've had for a while. Those would be up here too. Good. Yeah, same here. Just.
And this says, coming into the store, this is the second row from the left.
Yeah,
the second row
from the left. There's some Betty Boop stuff up here too. Again, like ordered least most expensive. Mostly mugs and cups we have, like boxes for them.
Now we're in the third row from the
the
door on the left.
Yeah. And then there's pine cone related things, so lots of like these candle stands. We have them all in bubble wrap, which people really appreciate. And then like these towel racks or whatever you put on that, your tissues or something. Lots of pine cone things up here. And then over here we have lots of signs. So I think I called this the like faith or family sign area. So if you sell a sign like that, it might be up here. Honestly, whenever you sell a sign, you could check up here just to replace it. But we have quite a few, and some of them have boxes, but they come in like boxes of 2 or 3, so I wouldn't really worry about a box for most of them. So yes.
There we go.
Yeah, so now we have lots of mugs, the kind of more Western mugs like Willie Nelson, John Wayne, Johnny Cash. Lots of mugs for them, and then a few Marilyn Monroe things are up here too. Some of her mugs, and Elvis. So kind of that whole wall on the left, it's all in one spot together, which is nice. These down here are called like heritage, or gosh, heirloom tradition things. I have never sold one. We have them in the cases on the right. They're just older looking, like kind of dolls. So if you sell something super old like this, it might be here. But I have not sold many. And then more Western stuff over here. just anything that you'd sell from that western section, there might be a box for it. And I think these are new wolves or animals that Hervé bought.
yeah.
So all those are up here.
And let's see here. See animals.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
These
bigger.
have
I
pictures
think
on them.
these are by like his office. All these animals are right by his office. I'm pretty positive, right?
Right, I've seen those in this. So these have pictures, so you can find
Yeah,
them.
that helps.
And here's
Yes, some little signs here. We used to have a cribbage board. I don't know if there's still one down there, but it's here too. And then these are just more signs, it looks like, some of the bigger ones that are new. And then Coca-Cola stuff, so anything Coke related, there's some like straws, the napkins, all that is right here too.
oh here, see
Yeah, all of that stuff is Coke. Salt and pepper shakers, a lot of them. Or some cups even up there. We sell a lot of salt and pepper shakers, more than the other stuff. So, and then right here on the end, let me get my light out. These trees that are up on the wall, we have lots of extra of those, and like some the welcome bear. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's a metal bear with trees. Let me pull it out. Anything that kind of looks like this, the metalish type stuff, is on this end. There's horses. There's a moose. All of that is in this area. Extra boxes if you need them.
Yeah.
And then right here, I was talking about those downstairs in the end of the breezeway. There were those older looking dolls, just a little. These are the boxes for those. Like the biker dude, we called him Earl. There's names for them. Some random mugs, and then yeah, those are the same girls again. And we have just some like watering garden pots, extra ones here. Then we're getting into some bears. So these are older bears. I think they're called, oh goodness, Boyd's bears. Yes. I don't honestly even know that we have many out, but they would be in the case on the right too. But if we sell one, there's extra boxes. These are more popular. These are the other bears that we get. So we had
all the bears here now are in the basically in the
bears.
fourth row on the left, and they're marked
all
as
the bears.
different. They're how they're labeled. One fluffy and cell phone holder, etc.
Yeah, and again, like by price too.
And then here are the sets. There were 8 bears in a set.
Yep. Yeah. So we have those all together here, and like bigger ones way down here. So lots of animals. They even have some, looks like some frogs up here in the moose for some reason. But, yep. Very good.
This is.
Here we just have more like glass type things. So if you sell something, you might find these in the breezeway normally. People bring them up from there. You could give them to them in plastic, and they sometimes like that. So, and then we get into some colored glass. So this is like a green colored glass that we have here. There's more green. And then like the jade color that I talked about downstairs, spoon rests. So any colored glass you'll find. Hopefully it's kind of sparse right now, but you'll find it here. And that's really all here.
Say that again?
Yeah, these are just more animals in the boxes for them. So some of the mountain lions downstairs, there might be a box for it up here. Or deer, anything like that. Lots of those.
So now we're dealing with going to the right of the front door.
Yep, and there's even these buffalo without a box, but to replace it. So if you sell an animal, it might be here. And then behind us, we have a lot of Halloween stuff. So if you sell a bigger Halloween thing, there might be a box for it up here. I would just check. We have them labeled and named pretty well, so it shouldn't be too hard to see. Or even Thanksgiving things. We might have like a wreath that is downstairs, a box for it or something. Lots of t-shirts, Hervé's t-shirts. It looks like. Then over here, there's more Christmas stuff. So we have like some snowmen, and like it'll say a description, girl with tree, and a box for that. This would be a Christmassy mom. Anything Christmas related is in here. We have a biker Santa. That would be here too. And then we get into a lot of the nativity scenes. So the bigger ones here. All of these are nativities. We're not going to be able to go all the way back, but yeah, like a snowman nativity again. So anything Christmas, really.
This is at the back right. The store is the Christmas section.
Yep.
Goes over to the other side, and some Christmassy like houses and Christmas tree.
Lots of decor, so if you want to decorate more, you could. But it's not. This side isn't really stuff we sell. It's more decorations, I would say.
But also, I think most of the Christmas ornaments, like for trees, are downstairs in the
Yes,
back
if
room.
it's smaller, it's downstairs. If it's bigger, it's up here. Yeah, that's about it.
This is
And our 4th of July decorations.
so actually.